After several leaks and rumors, World of Warcraft, Dragonflight has been made public for World of Warcraft, which has recently seen its player base decline due to fierce competition from games like Final Fantasy XIV and Lost Ark. The Dragonflight expansion represents a high-stakes gamble. Here's the complete story of the game in a nutshell, as they attempt to reawaken their vanished power and restore their position as the stewards and caretakers of Azeroth. The fabled dragon features of the series will be the main subject of Dragonflight. The universe's creators, the Titans, brought order to Azeroth in earlier times by slaying its old gods beneath the ground and taming its proto-dragon creatures. The terrifying dragon, Galakrond, devastated the landscape, consuming entire ecosystems of animals and dragons out of cannibalistic rage. Galakrond, whose skeleton remnants are now buried under the Dragonblight, was finally vanquished by the Titan Watcher Tyr, working with a tiny band of rebel proto-dragons. The Titan observers were inspired by the dragon's fortitude and gave the primordial drakes the strength necessary to become fully developed magical dragons. They guard the energies of Azeroth, its mortal species, and act as the planet's protectors and defenders. The blue Dragonflight was tasked with protecting the magics and relics of the country, while the bronze Dragonflight was given the authority to watch over space and time itself. The black Dragonflight was dispatched to protect the Earth's deep regions, while the green Dragonflight was given control over the natural world. Finally, under Queen-elect Straza, control of life itself was transferred to the red Dragonflight. Throughout their long rule over Azeroth, the Dragonflights fought off demons' invasions, the old gods' rebellions, and other dangers. Deathwing, the renegade Black Dragon Father, made his triumphant return from exile during the Cataclysm. Using his control over the Earth, he shattered Azeroth by setting off massive earthquakes and tsunamis, igniting volcanoes and splitting the continent. The remaining Dragonflights focused their might on an artifact that gamers used to finally defeat Deathwing and stop his irrational ambition to obliterate and subjugate civilization. They declared it the Age of Mortals, handing over control of Azeroth to the human races after weakening the Dragonflights via their deeds. However, the Dragonflight cinematic shows that times are altering. Turhold, as it is now known, is being activated by Tyr's Last Watcher. The Dragon Isles, which had been hidden from Azeroth by a magical curtain, were once more made visible by the energy release. Following the Sundering, where Azeroth was divided into numerous smaller continents and drowned, the dragons abandoned their ancient home. As a result, the Dragon Isles were cut off from magical forces, but recently unidentified circumstances have caused the area's power to resurface. Reunited on the Isles, the dragons take up their ancestors' duty to guard Azeroth and its mortal species. They also announced their intention to recapture their previous greatness. As part of a collaboration known as the Dravenscale Expedition, the Horde and the Alliance appear to have reached another tense ceasefire. The primary adversaries of this expansion are the subject of rumors, as the last members of the Black Dragonflight, Rathian and Ibomorn, come to grips with the extinction Deathwing brought about to their race. We know that the first raid takes place in a Black Dragonflight sanctum. Many of the dangers made public are related to smaller regional conflicts. Still, in classic World of Warcraft style, there will also be a looming big evil that will be exposed during the expansion's final raid content. Rumors suggest that Murozond, the corrupted manifestation of Bronze Dragon Patriarch Nozdormu, would serve as the main adversary. The so-called Limitless Dragonflight, headed by Murozond, has occasionally appeared in different expansions. In Cataclysm, Nozdormu joined players in a battle beyond time and space, while Murozond himself served as a monster. Nozdormu laments that players will ultimately have to deal with him in the main timeline, and that his corruption seems inevitable at some point during that conflict. This is likely the moment. Chromatic, a five-headed chromatic beast that debuted in one of the World of Warcraft novels, is another character that could make an appearance in this expansion. Aceful. The United Dragonflights narrowly prevailed over Chromatus, who appeared virtually unbeatable. They were only able to lock him up in an enchanted jail. It seems sensible that Murozond could want to free Chromatus so that he might be used for evil purposes. Galakrond is mentioned in another potential narrative line. Players eventually stopped the undead scourge from raising the frightening Protobones dragons to become a terrifying frost worm. Given Murozond's mastery over time, there is every reason to suppose that he may just attempt to time travel Galakrond into the present-day Azeroth. Since necromancy has been attempted before, there is also no reason to rule it out. Given the recurring catastrophic narrative themes we've been dealing with over the past 10 years, it looks like Dragon Isles will depict a more grounded earthly story, dealing with regional challenges and lower-stakes antagonists. Several unresolved narrative strands might be addressed in Dragonflight because of the tensions between the Horde and the Alliance. Hardliner Turelon assuming a prominent leadership position as Regent of Stormwind, and the Horde in disarray following the civil war Sylvanas started. That's all for now. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.